We begin uh, thinking back to previously on Tatts and Tarasques. The party had made their way into a cave, formerly of the Earth Clenchers turned Rockseekers, and then eventually found the Black Spider, an entity who had been sort of pulling the strings for the last couple of weeks, where with involved with the kidnapping of Gundren, possibly to do with the replacement or the duplicate Gundren that we saw, and who had been sort of egging on or leading these hobgoblins, and had also been in contact with the Red Brands, the gang in the town of Phandelver. Upon attacking and confronting the Black Spider, we discovered that he was in fact a drow wizard of some sort. And upon being damaged, he sort of began to turn into a giant spider-like creature, spider centaur, a Drider. But easily dispatched. With nary a threat taken, the party was able to dispatch the Black Drider. And and we ended with Thorendir rescuing his cousin Gundren Rockseeker, Pauly, I believe, breaking into a dwarven vault and just causing a bit of a mess, mostly. And I believe Ymir had been speaking with the pirate captain, or possibly eyeing off the forge.
Yes, Ymir was eyeing off the forge. He went and got old mate Rage and Rolls Ethel, good old Kingston, and told him that, oi mate, we're on our way the fuck out of here, so you better follow me around and let's get the fuck out of here. And then I walked over to the forge.
Yeah. While just before you sort of leave that big room, Kingston sort of floats through. Well, he walks, but his feet are just above the ground, and he kind of just half passes through the rubble. And he says, "Yard, be here somewhere." And he kind of passes his hand through some of the stone near this sort of structure built into the west wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. We cut across to Ymir, who is at the forge. What are you doing at the forge, Ymir?
So I wanted to attempt to reforge, or at least remake the hammer that our bear friend destroyed with his one and only lightning strike. Because I'm just being an all-around good guy, you know.
We did discuss. So you've got the pieces. Winfred, what was your thing made of?
My hammer?
Yeah.
I don't think we really noted that out, did we?
Well, we can find out now, because I'm curious as to, was it metal? Was it stone? Was it, because it's shattered into a bunch of pieces and dust? I'm wondering sort of what's left of it, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it was made of stone. Yeah, it was sort of like what you would expect a low intelligence bear to have made with his bare hands.
Okay, so
right,
reforge a stone. I thought it was all slivers of metal.
Yeah, I thought it was metal too. No. So okay,
that's what's in my bag.
Going a little bit out of character for a second. That hammer was never meant to be reforged. The idea was that after we got some free time, I was going to go on a sort of call it a side quest to focus on these powers that I've found out that I have, and find a weapon that I can use that would align with them. Because currently, weapons by themselves don't really help out my powers at all. So what I was going to do was find a big totem to
look understandable.
use. So it's completely up to you whether you still want to reforge the hammer or not.
I've got like a
He's been holding on to the pieces. You might as well.
Yeah. Look,
I've got the broken
you,
hammer.
yeah. If you're holding onto the pieces, you might as well. But like the whole idea was that Winfred was going to go on a sort of a mystical, magical bear journey to learn about these elemental powers that he's gotten.
Yes. All right. Well, no, I've got all the pieces of that. I've also got a broken magic staff. And
Did I just lose you?
Hello?
Did I just lose Dylan, or did everyone lose Dylan?
I think we've all lost Dylan.
I think
I can't hear him
I'm
either.
still here. I'm still here.
Yeah.
Oh, the sentence
Yeah,
just
still
ended
here.
midway.
No, I was checking something. Yeah, no, I've got the broken magical staff. I've got the hammer pieces, and I've got a whole bunch of like, what do you call it? Let's say sacrificial weapons that I could try and turn into a nice big ass hammer.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Because I got a whole bunch of swords and shit that I don't need.
Just melt everything else. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
That's very Ymir.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need these, so I'm going to turn them into something else.
Cool. All right. Well, so you begin melting down, or getting the forge hot, and it's sort of the wee hours of the morning, I believe, according to my clock here. I don't know how accurate we've been keeping on that one.
I don't think we've been doing that at all.
Yeah. But you start melting down swords and other kind of weapons that you've come across. What are you sort of sacrificing into this disenchanting pit to melt down into slag and then refine into some kind of steel?
Well, the plan is, I wanted to. Let me just double check my old handy dandy notebook to see what I could throw in there. Inventory right now. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 8 short swords. And 3 long swords.
Yep.
Because I'm going to keep 1 long sword for myself.
Cool.
And I don't need short swords because fuck that noise. Yeah, so in total, probably we'll go with. Because what? A long sword would be what? Twice the length of a short sword? In my
Sure.
mind?
Yeah.
Alright, so 12 short swords worth of steel.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is in total 3, 6, 9. And then.
I mean, some of these were pulled off like hobgoblins and shit, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, they're in sort of and I assume sort of a range of different qualities.
Yeah, we'll go with there's 27 pounds of steel.
Of steel.
So I've got some room to.
Yeah. You've got you can fuck up a couple forgings.
Yeah.
Should we say that that Thorendir is helping you because he probably has some level of knowledge how to do stuff?
Yeah,
That's
Thorendir
probably
was on his way at
racist.
the end of last session. He was going to come
That's
help.
probably
racist.
Oh, you think dwarves are just good at forging and beer and stuff, right? Is that how it is?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what I
I
think.
thought that was the whole thing.
Look, you may not be wrong.
That was literally the whole thing for dwarves. We're good at making shit and drinking beer. Let's go.
Just because it's a stereotype doesn't mean it's not racist.
You're a bear that loves honey.
He's got a point.
He's trained in brewing supplies, not smithing or masonry.
He does like beer.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So with your 64 pounds of metal slag over the next couple of hours, sweating away, refining it down, pumping the bellows. Give me an athletics check here to kind of keep up this pace of, because you're running over there and pumping these bellows manually.
17.
Can I assist him? Can I go over and pump the bellows for him?
While
Absolutely.
While that's
Okay,
happening,
I'm gonna sit up. Oh, I can't.
can
do
you
that.
can you remind me what I found? Like what like it was a heap of tomes, wasn't it?
So I've got here, I think you found a bunch of money, 3 diamonds,
Yep.
a wooden pipe, and
Put
yeah,
in
you
the
also found a bunch
chat.
of books that at the time you weren't really as interested with because you were like, sweet pipe. Although, I don't know how a pipe works in a beak.
We're gonna
Maybe
find out though.
Yeah, maybe a pipe actually works better than cigarettes. Like you just pinch off cigarettes, surely, but a pipe is something you can
Absolutely.
kind of
Yeah.
Smoke away.
keep it
so
under your hat
let
when
me
you
just get that right. So pipe, 3 diamonds. How much stuff as well? How much gold and stuff?
I put it in the chat, so it's in the Foundry chat.
Okay, perfect. No worries. Awesome. So I was writing notes on my D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's perfect. And add all the money and stuff. So yeah, you also found like what seemed to be like those ones weren't even that locked
Ooh.
away
The
inside.
dwarven ale mug made of hammered electrum.
Yes, that was the stuff that Thorendir found,
Right. Okay.
I believe.
Okay. Sorry. Yep. Oh yeah. There we go. Yep. We're good. Found it now.
And you found like what seemed to be also secured in this like very secure trapped vault was a bunch of documentation on different items and where they'd kind of been shipped to or where they'd come in from. Some of these sort of fell to dust when you touched them.
Right.
Give me a perception check though.
Sure.
Oh yeah, okay. So at first glance, you kind of overlooked all these books because, like, who has time for books when there's shiny things and pipes
Yep.
to liberate from a vault? But upon second glance, one of the books seems to have like leather stitched on the cover, and when you pull it out, that leather seems to be dyed or tattooed even with a map.
Right.
It is a map of an island.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I'm excited.
All right.
We're all
I
gonna
am
die.
excited. No, look. Okay, we're not all going to die. Okay.
Aaron just got home. He'll be on in a
Yeah.
sec.
Yeah, we're not all going to die. But I mean, some of you may die for me to get treasure.
Some of you may die.
That was a sacrifice.
All right,
I am
so
willing to die.
leather stitched book with a map of an island.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sorry, it take a while to write down notes.
All right. So I pumped the bellows just once at a 17, and then Winfred's come over to assist with the bellows.
Yep.
And just to let everyone know, I also have
Yes.
12 spears
Oh, good.
worth of steel as well.
And wood, I
in case-
guess, to like.
Yeah, and well, I don't need the wood because I'm using the broken staff as the handle to try and get some magic out of it
Yeah.
to make a magic weapon. Like that's my idea here at the
Okay.
moment.
Winfred, can you roll me an athletics check to help out here?
Sure. You know, I'm quite athletic. Fuck yeah.
Very good.
Very good. That's an 18.
I should have told buddy Min Clark to wait until I open this fucking thing so I could have bought more shit.
Well, if you remember, Min Clark came out of that door and then went back
No.
in, and he is not obviously in there. He must have some other mode of conveyance.
No, I know. Yeah, I want to know how he does that. I'm more than happy to be in this guy's debt. I don't know. He seemed like a cool dude, and if you have a luggage, I'm a fan of you.
Yeah, I mean luggage. Whilst the luggage itself may be inherently evil, surely anyone who has a luggage following them could not be.
That's my view. Yes.
Okay. So you guys work at this for the next couple of hours. Winfred keeping the forge hot. It
Yes,
seems
sir.
it seems to it sort of radiates this green glow as it fills up the room. The heat is a little bit weird. Like it's not the normal kind of dry heat that me and Winfred would
moist heat.
expect. Yeah, it's
Does
like
it smell like black pudding?
it does not. It does actually
Does
smell
it
a bit
not
like black
overnight?
pudding. A combination of aberrations, really. Some of the black pudding on the ground kind of sizzles in the heat. You see crackles of energy in the or you see crackles of energy, but it's only like out the corner of your eye. When you go to look at the forge, it's just glowing green, and it's almost like you see after images of lightning kind of dancing around the edge of your vision.
Mm.
Um, uh,
Just give me 1 second. I grab my phone.
all right. Can you roll a d20 for me, please? Ymir.
Me?
Yeah.
Yep. 1d20. 19.
Okay.
That was almost a 1.
So you're able to forge a you kind of melt down, and over time of sort of folding the metal, quenching it, forging it again, turning it down into its base metals, and then crafting and shaping it, you become almost like a man possessed, right? Like the green flame of the fire, and even seems to burn within you, and even your tattoo on your forearm kind of begins to burn and itch under your skin, and you're kind of driven to just keep folding that metal and hammering that metal. Eventually, you um, do pull out you kind of condense that metal somehow into a large hammer head, and you're able to take sort of some of the extra metal you had and create sort of a handle, a big two-handed handle, and you have created a hammer. Now, what would you call this thing? Does it have a name?
Can I rest while he does this as well? Sorry.
The fuck bringer.
That's I mean, I get to name it.
That's a great name, though.
And I wanted to name it something like
The Fuckbringer.
because like there was. Can you just wait for a second? Just chill out for a moment, Mr. Fuckbringer.
I wanna put the flavor text below it and be like, for when you have no more fucks to give.
I mean,
Here
I'm
I bring
making
one.
this- I'm gonna give it a name, and then we'll put it in flavor text. The Fuckbringer.
Yeah.
So it's something the Fuckbringer.
Not
So
good
like
enough.
instead of the Fuckbringer being its name, that's its title.
I like that. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
good.
fair
That's good.
compromise.
That's
All right,
Let me get
fine.
both.
It is his hammer.
Is there any sort of properties that because I've used the staff as the handle for it.
Yeah.
Are there any properties that I can ascertain from it because there was like magical lightning crackling and stuff? Like, would there be a lightning aspect, an electricity aspect to this hammer?
Yeah. Let me check. I'm about to whisper it to you, so then you can kind of make up your mind on a good name for it.
How are you going to whisper this through?
In Foundry. In Foundry.
Okay, cool.
20.
Depending on what it does, I got a couple of names we could use.
Yeah.
Is it cool if I rest while he does this too? Like, 'cause I'm guessing if this is for a few hours, right?
Yeah, so you definitely get a short rest in, and we'll see
cool.
about the long rest.
I won't.
I
'cause
wanna-
I've been-
You've been pumping away.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wanna get some health back.
we've been getting jacked over here, right?
Yeah.
Why doesn't it want me to send it to Ymir? Oh, maybe I forgot to do the other. There we go.
All right. Okay. Okay. As I look over the chunk of steel, because that's what it is. It's a chunk. It's a big chunk.
It's almost like a railway pylon or something. Like it's.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. It's gonna do some damage.
But I'm the chunk.
Well, it's a chunk for a
Okay.
chunk.
There we go.
And
two.
the name that comes to mind as I wield this hammer in hand is Storm Strike. So this would be now the magic hammer Storm Strike.
Storm Strike the Fuckbringer. Yeah!
I need Aaron's sirens right about now.
I've put it in chat.
Yes.
All right.
Speaking of, Aaron,
but then it would also be
we
in
need-
Aaron's home.
we need your horns, boo boo. We need your horns.
You gotta hit
What's
the bam
that?
bam bam bam.
I don't have a. I want a new computer, man. That's not all set up.
Damn it!
Oh, that's
we
fine.
just made the fuckbringer.
The what?
We just made the Fuckbringer.
An axe for Winfred, and we
No, don't give him context. What are you doing?
That's what I'm doing. We forged not an axe, a hammer for Winfred called Storm Strike the Fuckbringer.
Cool.
Wait. I'm just I'm giving you the flavor text for it now. There you go. This is what it is.
Cool.
Great hammer +1 because it's a +1. And Dan, I can tell him what it does.
Yeah. So as you hand it over to Winfred, sort of lightning starts sparkling up your fur, Winfred, and even though you're not kind of in a rage, the sort of lightning seems to kind of arc, almost giving you like a static shock as you grab hold of it and you grab firm, and then the lightning sort of crackles and dies down, and you can kind of feel the meaty weight of this lump of iron or this lump of steel, I should say, that Ymir has handed you. And you can tell him the sort of special properties that you wove into it.
All right, so the properties for this hammer are this +1 weapon attack score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20 once per day. Critical hits with this weapon do lightning damage for the additional dice.
Cool.
So it gives you another lightning proc, essentially.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the first time you roll a 19 on the dice, it will be a critical hit with this hammer.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
so critical hits can land with 19 or 20.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's 19 only once a day,
Yeah,
but after that, if it's 20, it's still critical.
yeah, and on a critical hit, you roll the damage dice twice, but in this instance, the second dice will be lightning instead of just physical.
Okay, cool. Fantastic.
And that +1 gives you a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage at the same time.
Cool.
The Fuckbringer is
This is
born.
awesome.
The Fuckbringer is born.
The Fuckbringer is born.
Thank you for playing Fantasy Gossipon as I rolled on my weapons table.
Well, I rolled on the
Thanks, Daddy
Yeah.
Dan.
Well, you can thank
That was a
Ymir for that
lucky
one.
roll. That
Thanks,
was a lucky
Ymir.
roll. There we go. Ymir says to Winfred after giving him the hammer, "I said I would fix your hammer, and here is a new one."
Ooh.
And he wanders back away.
Oh,
You
I've-
can see Winfred just like clutching the hammer close and like tippy-tappying away, really excited.
next time, it's come to me now that in the future we'll make a javelin for Winfred. It's going to be called the Bee Stinger.
Beast. I dig it.
Cool.
I dig it a lot.
Maybe,
all right.
maybe when you fight a giant bee, you just take the fucking
Just rip the stinger out.
rip the
Just rip it
stinger out.
out. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
So Thorendir, you find yourself having.
Don't do. I'm literally smashing to know I haven't eaten all day. Keep playing before I'm back in.
That's fine.
Starving. Yeah.
You sort of watch this unfold as Ymir and Winfred come sweaty and covered in grime. Ymir looking more exhausted than usual. And I mean, if
Winfred's
birds
just running around swinging his new hammer.
it falls apart and breaks.
What? No.
Ymir's got a smug look on his face, like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sort of that kind of exhausted but happy with himself kind of look of a job
Chuffed.
well done, deliriously tired perhaps, and
I'm very close to it.
and whatnot. Pauly kind of steps out of the dwarven vault with. I mean, it's hard to tell because he's not a toucan, but he does have a shit-eating grin on his face, which is
I
kind of
definitely have a shit-eating grin. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And what happens next, boys?
Well, I'm assuming as a group now, we make our way over to Kingston.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, I'm probably gonna hand some shit to Thorendir because, like, I found the other scrolls that were also in there. I mean, I got that one book that I wanted, but the rest can go to Thorendir.
Yeah, as long as
There's more there's like more books in there than you can carry. Like this is like there's 3-ring binders on 3-ring binders. There's ledgers. Like there's
right.
payroll information.
At the end of last session, I was literally just throwing everything out.
Yeah.
So
As the books like collide with the floor, you see the paper in them just like turn to dust and just scatter like ashes on the ground. Some would get like get absorbed by kind of the water that had once rushed through here. If you remember when Winfred opened the sluice gate, and just like some of the books are just getting soggy as fuck.
Dude, did any of the books survive?
I mean, some of
other
them.
than my one, of course.
I assume like after you've thrown a few of them, you notice.
Well, okay, I'll probably just say, Thorendir, like, come check this out. Come check these out. And yeah, I think I'll rest while they're making the hammer.
Yep.
And then go talk to Kingston with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take them to make this hammer?
A couple of hours. So you've definitely had the equivalent of a short rest.
Short rush. Right.
Yeah.
Would I assume, is there anything else left in that room after our bird friend has ransacked and thrown all of the prior knowledge out the door?
I only needed one book in there.
you look in and poke your head in, Ymir, and
Yeah, I'm around the corner.
yeah, there's like a couple of empty boxes, a couple of empty lock boxes, a lot of like pigeonhole kind of shelving with like rolled up scrolls, and there was what appears to be like just shelves of books and stuff like that. Pauly had kind of thrown a bunch of them outside, and then it was becoming more effort than it was worth, I think, and he just kind of left half of them on the shelves.
Is there anything that actually no, I don't think there's anything else that I would like to do here. Winfred, is there anything you would like to do, or are you just pretty chuffed with your hammer?
Winfred doesn't answer you. He's just still swinging his hammer with a huge smile on his face. Wait, can bears smile? Bears can smile in this universe.
Yeah.
Can't they smile in any universe?
Yeah.
It's my head.
He's like, it's swinging
Yeah,
around.
Bears can smile.
Yeah,
Good.
Mate, we've all seen Dr. Doodle tour, right? Bears
Yeah,
to fucking
exactly.
smile.
they know how to smile. All right, so I'm assuming there's nothing left for us to do here, so I'm going to make my way over to Kingston. And just, oh, someone should probably roll up Tally and put him in his map case.
Where it can be very safe.
Yes, we'll keep him safe. Keep him
Sorry,
secret.
Shay, I'm not coming.
No, he's not feeling it tonight.
No, good. His mum's not well.
I'll wrap him up in my map case.
Yeah, put him in the map case.
Let's do that.
And then as I walk over to Kingston, I'm like, Kingston, you said something of a boat to us a while ago. Shall we make our way towards it and get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, so Kingston says, absolutely. If you've you're all done with this place, and look, I'm glad to be out of here myself. And he sort of brings your attention over to one of the sconces on the wall here, and says, "Yeah, it's this way. There's a passage behind this sculpture."
All right, how do I?
Where's my cousin?
He's with you.
I just don't know which token it is. So
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Sorry.
He's
all
mate.
right,
He's almost identical to you. It's quite uncanny, actually.
Gundro, Nundro.
I
and,
swear he looks
Mundro.
like Gundren 3, but
Gundren 3 Electric Boogaloo.
That's it. You guys making fun of my dwarves? I'm importing 20 dwarf tokens. Here we go. Mate, I'm gonna get. I think I've even got an albino dwarf in here, so you better look out.
I thought, dude, we killed them at birth, man. What are you talking about?
They're just like all the just like all the albino Nameks.
It's some like Sparta level. It's some like Sparta level shit, you know. So
Mate,
they
there's
just like
no
throw
weak-
them off a cliff in the mines.
Mate, there's no weak Grimsbanes, mate.
All right, I say to.
User Timmy lacks permission to update owned items. I'm just getting fucking spammed with red bars.
Yeah, that's
How's
good.
how's this
Yeah,
fella?
fuck.
Terrifying.
I love
just
him.
saw 8 leaves and I thought it was a fucking spider.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Guys.
sorry.
I almost stabbed myself. I literally almost stabbed myself with my knife.
My screen is getting covered with this import.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
That's me. I think doing a thing.
Why am
There
I
you go, it's
getting
calmed down
spammed with own user Winfred?
It's calmed down now.
Oh, okay.
But he looks beautiful. I like him.
Yeah.
Mine is not carved out.
Is that what Rockseekers now look like?
There we go.
They're albino dwarves.
Yeah.
Guys, I've got a whole screen full of
Yeah,
error
it's going away.
messages.
It goes
Yeah,
away.
just ignore that. It goes away. That was me importing a bunch of
alright.
dwarves.
I say to Kingston, how do I move this statue for us to make our way out?
He sort of motions to the sconce in the bracket. Oh god, it went even more crazy. Motions towards one of the brackets, like, and he tries to pull it, and he's like, I can't interact with the physical world.
Ymir pulls it.
Cool. You hear sort of a thunk and a click, and the sound of rushing water. And it opens up. There we go. The wall kind of, or part of the wall slides open, and you see a descending staircase heading down.
Ymir just, without even paying it any mind, just walks down the stairs.
Cool. Ymir starts making his way out of the chamber with Kingston, the old Raging Rolls himself, Pirate Lord, floating behind him.
I'll be going in too.
And what
Definitely
about,
going with.
I'm true. Just give me a sec. Wow.
I've had mine.
I'm assuming the map's going to have to change anyway because there's no actual physical staircase, so it's all good. Leave your tokens wherever they are.
And so you bring in Nundro with you, and
Yeah, he's
Splug.
going with me.
And Splunk.
And Splug. Splug is our chef. We need him.
Yeah, we need the man.
Hey, how do I add the fuckbringer into my items?
Isn't that the question we all ask ourselves every day?
Exactly.
Don't need to, mate. I was born with it.
So Dan will have to make it as an asset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put the asset in and then give it to you.
Cool. We also have a poll up for people in chat to spend their points on to vote. So please do so if you're so inclined.
What was that, sorry?
We have a vote up that you can vote in with Twitch, and you can add extra votes with your Twitch points. What slumbers within the brig? Something old, something new, something borrowed, or something blue?
Something
I
blue,
like
because
that.
it's my
Something
favorite
blue.
color.
Blue.
Cool.
I know I'm gonna live to regret this, but it's my favorite color,
I
so
mean, you've
something
got a fuck
blue.
bringer now, so
Yeah.
gotta get some pow 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 pow.
I'm gonna laugh if it's like a frost giant. I'm just gonna play immigrant song in the background whilst I'm like swinging hands with the fucking frost giants.
We're fine. I'm part giant. I can deal with them.
Okay. You make your way down, walking fast to the lower levels. The sort
Are
of
you homebound?
yes, you are
Absolutely
homebound.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
And it looks like the dwarves paved paradise and put up a parking lot. You make your way down these
Dry
stairs.
dock.
That is better. And the stone stairs become less and less sort of carved and more sort of weather worn as you get down to this underground cavern kind of area. Now, if you remember, you were at sea level before, at least in the cave you were in, did have a water level there. Yet you descend for quite some time, and when you come out, you find yourself at this kind of underground, not quite the underdark levels of depth, but certainly sort of almost like an underground sea, an undersea, if you will. And you glance around, and there are these old buildings, a combination of dwarvish and human make. It looks like at a glance, dilapidated, run down. And just in very poor shape. Where's Kingston? Kingston's with you too. And Splug.
Luggy boy. And Nundro? Gundro?
Yeah, Nundra's here.
I'm just calling him miscellaneous dwarf number 3.
It's
Cool.
Nundro. You come in my cave, you get my cousin's name right.
Can I call him Blazer?
No,
can I go
Taser.
You know my favorite thing about Nundro?
What?
Nundro your damn business.
Oh, that's what I would go. Beep, 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 beep. I haven't done that yet.
You can hear kind of the drip, drip, drip of
This outfit,
water.
bro. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Come and get the drip. I don't even miss.
Oh.
And you actually see sort of ghostly yellow lights flickering ahead, illuminating part of these what once were, I guess, like undersea streets. What do you do?
Can I go stealth?
Sure. What do you stealth? What do you like? Where are you hiding?
I'm gonna basically scout ahead.
Sure.
21.
101.
You stupid.
Stupid.
Now, has this updated your token with its correct vision now that you have a thing? No,
Nope.
it hasn't.
No, mine looks like
Now yours should be fine because you have night vision.
I think it's fine.
mine
fine.
looks like a giant black dead shaka, bro.
I think it's fine.
I have your dim vision
I mean,
as
like,
2,
in
so
this area.
it's definitely incorrect.
Yeah.
What were the super sneaky goggles? Goggles of night. Here we go. 60 feet.
There we go. That's better.
Cool.
So I see a Murloc-looking creature in there.
So as you sort of move through this area, Pauly, you see sort of a shaft of light emanating from one of the dilapidated, broken down doors of this place. And as it looks like you sneak past, and the yellow sickly light kind of illuminates you. the creature turns, its eyes completely blank white, but it gives out a
Wait, can it see me?
yes,
Even with 21 stealth?
yes,
Wow.
and it lets out a bit of a cry, and starts moving towards you.
Right. Is it being menacing, or is it just coming towards me?
Well,
anything that makes that sound and moves towards you, I think it's menacing.
I mean, it looks like this.
Would I know what these creatures are? It's a
Some
Murloc.
say they sound like.
Give me a nature check.
What is it? What's the fucking level 70 ATC? I am more than a fish. I am much more than a man. Death will arise. Hear our cry. I am Murloc. I am death. Fuck yeah.
Nailed it.
I literally almost passed out. You're such a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
14.
Yeah, you have seen possibly these things before. These are kind of coalinth anglerfish. Sort of the front scouts, the eyes of the coalinth army. And in fact, you feel sort of the air that is lit by that light, as it seems to sort of snap its head towards you as you stand in the light. The air around it, or the air being covered in that light, almost feels greasy and thick.
Ooh.
Ooh, thick. Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna roll initiative here.
Oh shit. Damn it. I hate my life.
Oh.
Oh, well done, Pauly.
Oh God.
Oh my God!
So much dust.
Oh my God. We can't do this.
We are gonna struggle a
We should-
lot.
We should run away, then come back.
Coalinth?
We should run away.
Pauly, from around
Oh shit.
from around the corner. Actually, let me just pull the combat tracker up so people can see what you guys are panicking about.
Oh shit.
We're gonna run away.
We can't
You
run
see a figure up ahead that is sort of green skinned. You've seen these kind of things before. These make up kind of the bulk of the Coalinth army. They're sort of they've got this green sort of chitinous skin, coral shoulder pads, and kind of bone weaponry. It hears the cry of the angler and starts to move towards you.
These guys
Okay.
kind of look like Corvoldia.
He
And
moves. He moves
can he
right
see
up
me?
to you. Yes,
As well.
seemingly
Fuck
yes.
me. Like, I think that's weird.
It is your
I would
turn though.
say-
I am going to disengage. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna use my fancy footwork and get out of that,
Mhm.
and fly the fuck back here, and say, "Go, go, 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 go! Let's run." Because essentially, I'll be like, "Coalinth, when there's one, there's many. We cannot fight this today."
So as you step, give me a perception check.
Only 14 of them.
Ooh, so that was so close
12.
to a 20. You notice, whilst he's sort of staring at you and charging, as soon as you leave the light, he seems to lose track of you.
Right.
Oh.
Either way, I'm going to say the exact same thing to all of them.
Nope.
I'm going to basically duck into here and say, "We have to leave now. This is not a battle we can fight today."
What would you like to do? Because
We need to rest and plan.
If you want your boat,
No, I know, but I also don't want to die to get on the boat.
Thorendir quickly just slaps Pauly in the head and goes, "Stay at the light. We should be fine."
I just dropped something in the links on the Discord. I feel like this is very topical for what Timmy's currently doing.
yep.
Except
absolutely.
instead of a ship, it's co-op.
Yep. I look okay. All right. Well, that was my plan. So if you want to stay at the light, stay at the light.
So Pauly rushes forward. You see him kind of step in this light, hear a whoa, and then he flies back to you at great speed, highly panicked, and says, "We need to get the fuck out of here." Winfred, it is your turn.
Look, I'm with Pauly on this one. Oh, sorry. I'm with Pauly on this one. I don't think we can fight all of those co-wimp.
We can't right now.
We don't need to fight them. We just need to get past them.
Winfred scratches the back of his head because he still has a concussion.
I believe that Thorendir and myself are of the same understanding that we need not fight if we can just get around.
Oh, that's a huge risk, dude.
I don't think it's worth it while we're all on half. While most of you are on half health.
Yeah.
With no spell slots.
I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's too
We can
large a
come
risk
back here.
to be
We can
taking
come
right
back
now.
here after going to a town, having a long rest, leveling up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know why. Like he's so.
Give that to me in story terms, not game terms, please.
We need. Okay. Sorry. We need to rest. We are all exhausted.
Yep,
Yeah. Look,
This is not a battle. This is not a battle that even myself, who does sneak around, can win right now. But with a new day,
I definitely no. What I thought you meant on a meta level, I thought you meant go back up into the chamber above and just like.
No. I mean go to town.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Rushing into this is not worth it.
Yeah. No. Going back to a town is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, I would agree with that. Going back to town and getting rest and all that sort of stuff is perfect.
And then we come back here.
Yeah. Also,
knowing these creatures, I know there's more.
Yeah.
And
I say we make like cowboys and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Let's do that. Dan, is there any way I can whisper you through?
Yep. If you go in game, I think you can go /W space DM Daddy and then send me a message that way. I think. Try testing it with just a test first, just in case.
/whisper DM Daddy test.
Yep, I got that.
Cool. Sweet.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So,
to me to answer Ymir, I want this ship, but I want to be alive riding it. I don't want to be joining Kingston and be a ghost band of pirates.
Yeah. Look, I want to swing my hammer, but I don't want to kill everybody in the process.
Okay, so Winfred has had his input. I believe Ymir has had his input.
Ymir has taken back his input. He's happy to go back to a town. He was under the impression that we would be taking a rest in the cave.
No.
Which didn't go well the last time. But Ymir definitely does need rest because he's on exhaustion level 3 currently.
That's my point. We need to rest.
A lot of meta talk, boys. Not in character, boys. What's happening?
Yeah, give me that.
Okay, it's my turn, and I still haven't ended it. Like if Pauly's making for the door, I'm just gonna follow Pauly.
Okay.
Yeah, Ymir's also gonna follow suit and make his way out and try and hit that fast travel back to town. You know? Goes to the map menu.
Let's travel by map, guys.
Brings out his Hearthstone.
Nundro turns to Thorendir and says, "My God, cousin, by Moorhammer Dwin's own beard. I thought your companions were brave for coming to rescue me, and I do owe them my life. But they are also acting like total bitches."
I'd say I saw Pauly swift into the distance and just walk straight into the light, like he hasn't dealt with creatures from the undersea at all, my cousin. Surely I thought Pauly would be a delve for a little bit of sneaky and dippy, but no, he seems to have pooped. Oh wait, no, the birds poop and pee at the same time, don't they? I'll just go and soil his britches. Sorry, go.
I was gonna say, as I imagine, like you two are the two final ones to go up the stairs. Lingering a moment perhaps at the bottom of the path that leads back into the Rockseeker chasm. He says, "I think you're right, my cousin. You put the dwarven hammer right on the nail when you said stay out of the light. But birds, they live up in the sky where light is aplenty. They are scared of the dark."
Well, and I know Pauly a long time. He spends a lot of time in the sun. Doesn't dwell nearly enough in a cave, such as us dwarves.
That's right, cousin. With enough time and practice, we can bring them low. We can bring them down to our level and save them from their tallness.
They always say, the taller you are, the quicker your head gets lopped off.
Ymir talks back down the stairs, overhearing Tallness, and goes, "Dwarves, I believe it would be impossible for me to stoop to your level."
Oh, we're talking full dwarven, bro. You don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's 100% dwarfish. He says, "How about when we get back to the tavern, we play a game of giants and dwarves? I feel I'm ready to roll those bones."
Look, as much as these cows don't dare dazzle with these damn fish Meganians, I say I do look forward to a tasty drink, and we'll also get you back to your brother and my dear cousin. He's already mourning at the loss of our dear loss of your brother, my sweet cousin. Come, Nunjo, let's meet with Gundren.
Very well. He kind of tromps up the stairs with you. Splug looking around, sort of with his little picnic hamper that he had prepared and everything. I assume is cuffed over the ear by someone before. Rage and Rolls, the pirate dread captain ghost, kind of puts an ethereal arm around him and kind of leads him up the stairs
Wait,
as
is
well.
this the chef goblin?
Yeah.
Me and Nunjan do the old, as he goes to as he's walking off, picking his stuff up, the old crouch down and push him over.
Like one of you gets behind him, and then
one behind him, and the other one, because we hate goblins, and I want to kill them.
His little picnic basket that he had packed with sandwiches for the journey spills out on the ground, and a thermos rolls off and goes plunk into the water.
And you just hear Dwarven laughing.
Which sounds like normal laughing, but gravelier.
Like normal laughing. With a little bit of menace, but a little bit of giggling. Yeah, we racist against goblins.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we depart for town then, guys?
Yes.
Oh, surely we're gonna have some travel fucking attacks.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm joking. No, attacky shit.
Let me roll some dice here. Okay. So you make your way up through the cave system, making your way back, winding through the rooms, and back up. Past that spot where the black pudding. You go through all your greatest hits, right? Like you're like,
Can we
there's
just
the
close
spot
the
where
door behind us.
Ha!
Like
You
all
want
the
to bleed
corpses.
in the socket? I ain't closing shit. My palm's already just healed.
Ymir doesn't give a fuck about closing doors.
Yeah. I mean, I assume Ymir was literally born in a tent.
No, he was born on the dirt, dude. Hit his head on a rock on the way out.
Yeah, and the rock broke.
Exactly.
Cool. So yeah, you make your way out and eventually are able to make your way up back to the town of Phandelver.
Awesome.
Ymir's already at the bar, boys. Barkeep! We have arrived!
As you get out into the light of day, it's sort of 10 in the morning, and you find that Rage and Rolls, when he goes to leave, he seemingly can't leave the cave.
Okay.
Or perhaps can't venture too far from the ship itself.
Right.
The
we
goblin
talk to him
is
about
the goblin is also hesitant to go out in direct sunlight, being a creature of caves and whatnot. But he will follow you if encouraged to do so, I guess.
I would leave him behind for now.
I reckon if we just talk to them before we do get leave and just say, like, Kingston, Splug, stay here. Let us rest. We'll bring back Nundro, and then we will come back and then retrieve our ship.
Yep. Splug says something to you in Goblin. You're not sure what it is. Could have been an insult. Could have been like a yes, of course. It's very hard to tell with goblins.
Could have been telling us what those mean, awful dwarves did to him.
That's right. Like, please don't leave me alone with these dwarves. And the dread pirate captain says, "Well, I'll have to take you at your word, because seeing as I have no control over it whatsoever, I will perhaps go down and look around and see what they've done to my precious ship, if I can get close enough without being seen."
He's a ghost.
Yeah, but you can see him.
He's ethereal. Nothing can attack the poor man.
The light can go through him.
Yeah.
If the light can go through him, then how can we see him?
Yeah, okay, good point.
Yeah. I mean, how can he see
Good
you if light can go through him?
True.
Cool. You make your way back to the main inn. Well, I guess the only remaining inn in the town of Phandelver, as the sort of scorched ruins of the sleeping giant is still there, smoldering. There's As Nundro kind of enters the bar, Gundren are overwhelmed with emotion, though dwarves probably a little bit more stoic in showing it. Rushes over and gives him a firm handshake, and then a hug, and then a beard pull, and then it's the sort of all of a sudden there's kind of drinks in your hands, in everyone's hands as the sort of celebrations get underway. There is a moment of sadness after sort of the third round of beers, when Nundro and Gundren and you, Thorendir, are kind of sitting around, and they say, this venture that we three brothers set out upon, we wanted to reclaim our family fortune, and by Moorhammer Dwin, thanks to a Grimsbane, we've done it.
Lordy, my cousins, don't thank Grimsbane. Thank your own strength. We merely showed you the path and get you back upon it. Now, my lads, take these. And Thorendir brings back out the set of gauntlets that he took from one of the ancient Earth Clenchers, the predecessors to the Rockseekers, and hands one to them each that both has the sigils of the ancient clan, and goes, "May this be a memory to your brother, your lineage, and to what you yet have to come. Restore your honor, become the lord you meant to be, lads, and let us drink again to our dear, dear relation, your brother, my cousin, and yet he may not be forgotten.
They each Gundren kind of pulls out some sort of like solid granite from his bag and hands a piece to you, Thorendir, and he hands a piece to Nundro, and he keeps a piece for himself. And with that gauntleted hand, the two brothers seem to just sort of flex their hand and just shatter the granite into dust, pour it into their drink, and then down it. And then
Badass.
they say, as we rebuild, cousin, the Grimsbanes, the Rockseekers, their stories have intertwined, and their songs shall intertwine in our halls. It will ring again with the sound of steel, magic, and commerce. As promised when we set out many episodes ago, that you would have a share in our fortune, and we, of course, when we get this place up and running, we would be honored to call you a shareholder in the Rockseeker Hall.
We are deeply honored there, cousin. We are deeply honored, and me myself knows I must have my quest as well. Spread the name Thorendir so he becomes the greatest Grimsbane of all before he can claim that fortune. But, cousins, it is not about my fame today. It's about yours. And we will make that hall that I now have a part in. My companions too will have home at the hearth. And I say, let's drink to restoring it. And may its rune forges burn brightly again.
And
Please.
there's there's sort of a cry of "For the forge!" as they drink, and throughout the night there's as the drink starts flowing, there's the occasional Gundren comes up to you, Thorendir, and says, puts an arm around your shoulder as the night's wearing on and there's music playing, and he's like, Thorendir, we will not have a single hammer strike iron until they praise the name of Thorendir. Thorendir, clang, Thorendir, clang, it will ring out across the whole hall. Your name will be famous. The greatest of the Grimsbanes, I swear it to you. And things of that ilk.
And Thorendir, very, chock full of piss and vinegar after hearing his own name, jumps up on the table as well, and Dead-Eyes Pauly grabs one of his beers, may have chugged it in his face a little, gives him a wink, and it's like, let's burn this tavern down as well, my friend. Metaphorically speaking. And then Thorendir whips out his little dulcimer, slaps on the table 3 times with his boot, and starts whipping out some tunes, starts singing a merry jig, and we all get fucking rowdy.
Yeah, let's go. Well, it's actually good too. I mean, like I just thought it going back to the town was smart. At least now we're gonna go pick them up and take them back there.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, Nundro offers to someone else in the party, asking if you've ever played Giants and Dwarves, and he's like holding out a set of dice.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm back.
Pauly's in.
Ymir takes a step forward and picks up the dwarf.
He says, well, now see, my feathered friend, to defeat this big lump of granite behind me, you're gonna have to roll the dice.
Here we go.
All right, so I have rules for how to play. giants and dwarves, also known as giants and halflings in other regions.
I'm a giant, so we're good.
In fact, okay, so you can
More
play
politically correct areas.
you can play the role of the giant here, Ymir. So the dealer or the giant rolls a d10, setting a target number or the knee. If the dealer rolls a 1, the giant kicks and the house wins. Players roll 2d6 for the 2 dwarves, trying to match or exceed the knee. On a double 1 roll of snake, a snake scares the giant and the bets push. If the players roll an 11 or 12 or the more, the dwarves are eaten and the house wins. Players who hit the knee exactly may split the dice by doubling their bet. When splitting, players roll 1 additional dice. So we'll kind of roll it out, and the house pays out depending on what the knee is, right? So the difficulty of the knee.
Does Ymir have any money though, being the house?
Well, he can roll for the house, but I think Nundro's putting the money down because he's
Okay.
Yeah.
We're good. All right. Well, rolling a 1d10.
Yeah. Although I think, Pauly, you have to place a bet beforehand. Probably,
Okay.
But we now know it's a 4.
I can re-roll.
Yeah, we'll re-roll. So what are you going to bet, Pauly?
50 copper.
50 copper? Yep.
Ah, Pauly. Come on, man.
After coming out of a forge with like diamonds and platinum, just like 50
I know you've got more than that, but
Fine.
That's fine.
I'll
come
bet,
on.
I'll
That's
bet
5
one of the
silver.
diamonds. I'll bet one of the diamonds.
Okay.
All right. Is this I mean, I wouldn't go that big.
Settle
I've
down,
already
man.
done
Oh,
it
hold
now,
on.
mate. Already done it now.
So they're
So
worth
is it a
100
diamond
gold
and
each.
300. Okay, that's not
100
a
gold
diamond,
each.
300. All right, 100 gold. That's fine. All right. Well, I'm rolling the 1d10 now. Here we go. 7.
Oh my god, thank God. Thank God
Okay.
it wasn't a 1.
It was Battle of Bowen over to a warrior. Jesus Christ.
All right, so now you roll 2d6, trying to match or exceed the knee.
Mm. 11.
11. If the player rolls an 11 or a 12 or the more, the dwarves are eaten and the house wins. So Nundro takes the diamond and says, "The giant gotcha," and kind of elbows Ymir and says, "Good work, buddy."
Ymir just simply puts his hand out and goes, "I am the giant," and just sort of like does the gimme.
I like that. That's good.
Okay.
Nundro kind of pats you fraternally, like, "Oh, what a card," and says, would you like to play? Be a real, because he was putting up the money as the house. He says, "Would you like to play my fine tall friend? Don't let that tallness leave you scared. You can get just down short with me."
Ymir goes, "I'm sorry, dwarf, but it would be quite impossible for me to stoop to your level." And
he says, "I know, but you can strive."
Can I make an athletics check to sort of just shake him by his boots to get that diamond out? Because I'm the fucking giant.
Are you shaking down my cousin in front of my face?
Yes, I'm the giant.
You're Goliath. Giants are fucking 10 of you, Canny.
Yeah, but compared to you, I'm a giant.
So Nundro is shaken about Thorendir
that
and
Ymir has issues with his size. We're not going to keep bringing that up, Thorendir.
Thorendir and Gundren see this. At first, Gundren's a little bit. Gundren's like a little, he's got the piss in him, so he's like, "Hang on, what's going on here?" Goes to stand up, but obviously defers, looks to Thorendir as this is Thorendir's man.
Ymir just sort of winks as he's doing it. He's not doing it violently. He's just picking up a dwarf.
Yeah.
And shaking him.
It's a little shake.
He says, "Well, you are the mightiest giant I've seen, my fellow. But perhaps are you as good at dice as you are at lifting dwarves?"
How about you give me that diamond as bet? I'll make it and I'll play with the diamond.
He says, "But can you win it from me like a true warrior?"
Ymir puts the dwarf down, wanders over to the bar really quickly, grabs an
Do you
ale.
need some money?
No, it's okay. Ymir's got stuff to bet.
Pauly has a great interest rate for loans.
No, I don't need a lone bird. Ymir chugs his ale and just. All right, now Ymir is going to say, "I offer up a trophy of equal value to your diamond." Does he accept?
He says, "Well, if we see what this, I think if we can all agree here in the room that there's an equal as gems, gold, and precious metals are usually the agreed upon currency. But if we can get a quorum together and agree on the value of what you put down, if I see it and if I agree, then in front of these witnesses, by Moorhammer Dwin, you'll be able to place it as a bet."
Well, Ymir pulls out the ancient battle axe that he found in a few.
It is a
episodes
dwarven
ago.
battle axe. Yeah, it's
It is
fair.
an ancient dwarven battle axe. He found an ancient dwarven battle axe and an ancient dwarven longsword, claymore. But he's going to pull out the old battle axe of dwarven craft
Yeah,
and offer it up to the room.
and he takes one look at it and says, "These are the ancient markings of my forebears. Where did you come across such an item?"
Found it.
Winfred's ears prick up at the thought of 4 bears. Where are the other 3?
Winfred looks down and tries to count his fingers, sees double. 1, 2, 4.
Winfred's just got to spend the rest of this rest just looking around for the other 3 bears.
Yeah, I mean, does that comment? Would you say that comment gives him pause?
Good.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So yeah, he offers up the battle axe.
He says, "I think we can agree on the value of this pair of items as 100 gold. Absolutely."
Okay, well, roll your dice.
Okay, so he's going to roll. He's going to roll the knee. Roll 1d10. The knee is a 4.
And I have to roll 2d6.
Yep. 7. You win. House pays 2 to 1. So he gives you the diamond, he gives you the diamond because I think you get your bet back plus double. So that's how paying 2 to 1 is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, you get your bet, and their bet.
Yeah, you get your bet and their bet. Yeah. So on a knee of 4 to 6,
keep the items in the diamond.
Yeah, on a knee of 4 to 6, the house pays 2 to 1. If the knee is 7 to 9, the house pays 3 to 1, and if the knee is 10, the house pays 5 to 1.
So I need to get a diamond now.
Yeah, let me see if I can give that to you. And you've taken the diamond out of yours, Pauly?
I have, yes, because I found 3 and I've now got 2 left.
Yeah. I'll move the diamond in there for you, although that one by default says 5,000 gold. It is not one of those kind of diamonds.
Oh man, that'd be kind of nice. And then, because he didn't know that it was a dwarven battle axe, he just offered it up because he found it in a dwarven area. Now he knows it's a old battle axe of dwarven make.
Yeah, it seems to have like the earth clencher insignia on it. As Gundren sort of pulls out a polishing kit and starts sort of oiling up the axe and trying to get rid of some of the rust on it. He even spits some of his whiskey on it at one point and kind of uses that on the cloth.
Fantastic.
Cool.
And now it's also got a value of 100 gold pieces.
Yep.
Over a standard
Well, the
battle axe
pair
of 30.
the pair of them. Oh, that's right. No, he can't be cleaning it because you kept it. Yeah. So these two dwarves were certainly willing to value it. The pair of items at 100 gold.
I thought they were.
He meant both the longsword and the axe.
Yeah. When I said the pair of items,
I was only offering up one.
but you showed them both.
Sure, you said two.
No, I said I found two, but I'm going to offer up the battle axe.
Oh, sorry, I misheard you, but I did say the pair of
I
items.
swear I never heard that. I thought
Yeah, no, same.
that's what we heard.
Yeah, it's fine. These dwarves are obviously quite interested in it because it's their heritage.
Yes. Well, they're each worth 50 gold now. So.
I've got a game that we can play.
Mm-hmm.
For me.
Well, where I come from, we used to sit around a fire and we used to tell jokes to each other, and the first one to fall down loses, and the last man standing wins.
You fall down for jokes, unless I'm putting a bit of vicious mockery on it.
You've clearly never seen a pack of bears laugh so hard that they fall over. We are quite rolly animals.
Oh, you're barely a cylinder.
Ymir's going to take this opportunity because he's quite fucking exhausted at this point. I'm at level 3 exhaustion, which means I'm halfway to death. Ymir's going to retreat to bed
Okay.
at this point.
Well, how about we make it interesting? Everybody that stays standing has to take a drink, and then the first person to fall over pays the tab for us all.
Fashion drinking contest. Now then, my friend Winfred. Ha ha! Usually we reserve that for the end of the adventure, but I say, my lad, I'm willing to put up an
think we've
item
earned
if you all.
Ymir's ears pricked up. He heard drinking contest is back.
It's like,
No. You just go to bed. Fuck
I
off.
thought he was exhausted. That means he must be at a disadvantage then on this drinking contest.
well, he is at disadvantage on skill checks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
alrighty. Well,
Big
boys,
yikes.
barkeep, get us your finest liquor.
Oh,
We're
one
doing
honey
shots,
mead for me,
boys.
please, Mr. Barkeep, sir. Thank you.
Mead? No, we're doing hard liquor, Winfred.
Honey
No,
mead.
Yeah,
hard
you don't get to drink something different, mate.
Oh.
Whiskey.
Come on now, boys.
I don't really like Wiki all that much.
Oh, well, what about, I don't know, barkeep? Have anything made good for bears?
Well, there is the barkeep says there is they do a honey whiskey as there are beehives in town, and he's able to get the honey fresh.
Okay, I can do that.
Honey flavored whiskey.
Just
Yeah.
make sure you
Bloody-
don't get stung all around your snout like last time getting honey in this town.
Oh,
The
my.
barkeeper has not mentioned anything about the missing beehive.
What beehive? I don't know what you're talking about there,
Exactly.
Ymir.
Yes.
All right, lads. Let me peruse. Should we just do a wager of coins, or should we put up an item each, lads?
Ymir says, I would like to put up this stag's head, already mounted.
A mounted stag's head has no value to me. I'm a traveler.
Well,
Gotta be light and easy.
you're setting out to have a hearth in the Rockseeker forges.
You think
you not
merely a
like-
stag's head belongs in the hearth of the Rockseekers?
This is not a normal stag. This is a huge stag.
Didn't you just steal it from the other bar?
Yes,
I was there when you stole it.
absolutely. All right, fine.
So the you pulled out. I don't know how you've been carrying. I assume the stag's head has been like strapped to the side of your pack,
Yeah,
like
it's
the
just strapped
happy
on the back.
mask salesman from Majora's Mask.
Yes, that is exactly how I've been carrying it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But if no one wants it, I do have other items to offer.
I don't think anyone wants the stag's head. No.
Okay. Ymir is going to offer up a freshly cleaned set of studded leather armor.
What is that worth?
45 GP.
That's worth 45 gold. Okay.
Yep.
I'll check out 50 gold.
Well, I'm already wearing studded leather.
Oh, actually, no, I won't.
It's valued at 45 pieces. Well, then.
I'll throw in an extra 5 pieces just to even it out at 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Winfred reaches into his pocket, which you could swear was really, really small when it started, but he pulls out all of the food that he's accumulated over the last adventure, because every time we passed food, he just kept slipping it into his pocket, and suddenly there is a pile of food on the table. I'm gonna put 4 of this.
Winfred, my friend, keep your food. I will give you something equal to 50 gold that you can.
Well, it's a bit fucking late now. You should have said something before.
I just put it back.
Starts trying to jam all the food back in his back.
Just
Squelch.
yeah, I'm just gonna try to put spaghetti in my pocket. Just
Yeah, do it.
You know what? Don't worry, I'll cover your bet. I want to see what a bear like you can do. And I put down. I have 10 gemstones worth 10 gold pieces each, so that's 50 covers me and Winfred.
okay.
Cool. Pauly, you've thrown in. Has everyone thrown in?
I'll chuck in another diamond, but I'll take 50 gold back out of the pile.
Okay.
No one put gold in, dude. It's items. Or do people put gold in?
I think Gundren and Nundro probably put.
Gold in? Okay, cool.
Yeah, they'll put some gold in. It's like that one friend who, like, everyone brings cards, but like that one friend brings cash, so you can get a bit of change.
So then there's just 50 gold.
It's just the equivalent of 50 gold or 50 gold. So I've put in 5 gold and some studded leather.
Yeah, I put in a diamond that's worth 100 gold. So I'm taking 50 gold back out essentially.
Yeah, so I put down there 50 gold extra dwarf. That's just one of the dwarves. It would be 100, but you've taken 50. So
Cool. Have you written down what's in the pot? Because I have not.
I put it in chat.
You put it in chat. Oh yeah, can each of you just put what you've put in chat? And then
I'll just put 50 gold down too.
Yeah, no, you put the diamond because the diamond's in the pot.
Yeah, okay. So you want to realize that? Okay, cool.
Yes. Can you delete that message? No, you can't.
True.
I can. Yeah.
Ah, beautiful. Yeah.
Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the easy stuff, and each round you're going to have to make a Constitution saving throw as you begin drinking. And the DC to stay awake is going to rise by 1 every round. Sound good?
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So we're just going to go in general order here, and I'll because I've got it in combat tracker, but we don't need to roll initiative or anything. Okay. So everyone make a con save to begin with.
Mine's at disadvantage.
Dwarves have advantage.
Advantage because we have
I'm
advantage
asleep.
against boys.
I'm out.
Do I have advantage against poison?
Yeah, 18 will do. I didn't even roll advantage, but that'll do.
Yeah.
Stay under your savers.
Ymir with that natural one, having had heard like I'm putting the leather in, I'm putting the thing in. I heard drinking, I'm in, and then just like first drink falls asleep.
Can I roll with advantage due to my size?
No.
No, it's specifically
stay under your saves.
Okay.
if you're dwarves get a thing out of poison
advantage. Yeah.
resistance.
Oh wait, can I put my poison ring on then?
If you have it, absolutely.
And also get advantage. I totally do. Yeah, because I have to attune it essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to attune it over a rest.
No, I essentially just activate it.
Attunement means you have to put it on during rest, don't you? To attune an item, to activate it.
He had a short rest. I'll check the attunement things.
I mean, as far as I know, like what we said about the ring was, if I put the ring on, then I have an hour's worth of like poison resistance.
Ah, okay. It's not an attunement magic item. It's just a per wear.
Yeah.
Oh, you activate it, and for the next hour you have.
Yeah, and then it's like 1 hour per day.
Yeah, right. So I don't think you have to form a bond with this item, and attune to it that way. I think you have to kind of activate it. The dwarves come through with flying colors, I believe. Pauly, you two as well. Ymir's kind of sleeping in the corner.
Ymir didn't even get a sip. Like, he's just holding his drink. And
Unfortunately, Winfred, you also fall asleep with a 9. With some spaghetti hanging out your pocket. You just sort of slump on the floor. All right. So the check is going to be increased to a.
Can we? Because I assume we're doing shots, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we narratively explain how we do the shot or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Wait, who went first? Pauly.
Yeah.
With the knight, yeah. How'd you shoot that, man?
I've just dead-eyed Thorendir, going like, "This pot's mine," and just necked the shot, and just kept looking at you.
As you just rub your ring a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does Pauly hold the ring under the table? Like, is he ashamed to be using the ring, or is he like?
No, hell no. I have no shame.
He's showing it off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah. The dwarves doing the like grabbing the shot of the liquor, dropping it in a flagon of ale, and then drinking. The old depth charge.
Depth charge. The old freaking Boilermaker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So who's going first? Am I going first?
What? Yeah,
You're
you
out.
can go.
You're out, boo.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Rolled a 9.
I haven't even told a joke yet.
That doesn't work.
It was a drinking contest too, so you didn't pass the con save,
Tell-
so you just passed out.
Tell me the drink that you drink. Like, tell me the joke that you tell before drinking the drink, and then you slump over and pass out.
I finally got around to writing my book, and my wife was like, "It's about time," and I said, "No, it's about bears." and then Winfred laughs so hard at his own joke that he falls over, and then goes, "Oh."
Ymir gets startled awake by the sound of a bear hitting the floor. And goes back to sleep.
Cool. All right, so we're raising the con check. Like, I thought 10 was not a high bar to reach, but I guess for some, we're going to raise
I'm exhausted.
You were exhausted. Yeah. We're going to raise it to a... We'll do it to a 13. So we go around again. Do you want to describe before rolling? Describe before rolling sort of how you take the shot.
Do I get advantage now as well?
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's still within this hour of drinking.
Thorendir goes, takes a drink and just throws it in the
Fuck
air.
me.
And slaps the bottom of the glass away, and all the liquor pours straight down his throat.
The old Spanish grip, I see.
The old Spanish grip.
All right, Pauly, seeing Ymir passed out, cheekily slides off his shoe and pours his shot into Ymir's shoe.
Oh, that's not going to be nice for you.
No, not at all.
Ymir has
Yeah, but
never...
Ymir's asleep, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not gonna know.
No. I'm saying Ymir does not smell very good.
11.
And that's why I passed the fuck out.
You get that full Ymir nostril.
Ymir is a 220-pound Goliath carrying 260 pounds of items in his bag. He sweats a lot.
Yeah, that's why I passed out. The
Yeah.
fumes knocked me the fuck out.
You think athletes feet bad, man? It's not that Goliath's feet.
You don't even get the shot in the boot. As soon as the boot comes off, it's woo.
And out. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so let's do Gundren. Why is my advantage thing not working? So Gundren, with this new gauntlet, just straight arms like a proper sized keg, and just seems to have like the strength of 10 dwarves as he lifts this thing up. Just some of it obviously flowing all over his beard and face onto the ground, but he's getting a lot of it in, and just kind of wipes his mouth with the back of his arm. His brother lies like under the table, and or settles like a small wooden cask of hard liquor on the table, lies down on the floor beneath it, and then like swings a small hand axe up to smack the bottom of the keg, which splits it open and just drenches him in whiskey. And let's see how he does with that.
Well, he's fine.
That's a dirty 20. The dwarves are still all holding in. The Gundren says to you, Thorendir, or to the table. He says, "For a young man, ale is fine, while grown-ups and dwarves much prefer wine. Liquor's a thing that's fit for a king, but it's kid stuff compared to moonshine." And he pulls out a small bottle from his vests, and takes the cork out, and sort of the atomized alcohol around this thing sends your beard hairs on end. We're going to raise the con check up to.
Who's left? Is it just Thorendir and?
I think it's just the dwarves. Yeah.
Just the dwarves.
We're going to say this is a 17.
17. Oh man, shit. Okay. Thorendir looks with gleam at his fellow kin and pulls out the dwarven carved ancient ale mug that he found while clearing out the foreman's room that was made of hammered electrium and worth 100 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Boys, hand me that drink." Pours himself a glosh, goes and knocks it back, and let's see what happens. Yeah, baby!
Thorendir standing up, still standing strong, having just drunk from this ancient dwarven tankard. Cool. And Gundren and Nundro are kind of looking in awe. You pass back, so there's the sort of 2/3 left of the bottle.
I pushed the mug to them.
Yes. So Gundren pours himself a slosh, and kind of chugs it back, or gives a salute and says, "Here's to Thorendir," and and sinks it back.
Oh, come on, baby.
Oh, he needs to say, why isn't it's just not rolling advantage for these guys for some reason?
Yeah, I had to refresh like my D&D Beyond, my shift and that not working.
I believe he passes the fuck out.
Yeah.
But as he falls back, he almost kind of like locks up and starts falling backwards, and Nundra grabs the tankard out, like
Thank you.
not
Out of his hand.
grabs the tankard out of his hand, doesn't stop him falling or anything, just grabs saves the tankard.
Yeah.
Looks down at his cousin and just gives a and then pours the final amount. You see him trying to get all the drops out.
Brother?
His brother, sorry, yeah. Pours out, tries to get all the little drops that are left, and holds it up and says, in Dwarvish, Das Vadanya, and sinks it back.
That's Russian, my dude.
Yeah, in my world,
Dwarves
dwarves are Russian.
in this world.
Yeah, dwarves
Okay.
are all Russian. But they're like Gundren and like the Rockseekers aren't.
Is he in a hurry?
He's out.
Beep, 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 beep.
He's in a hurry to pass the fuck out.
So he falls back, cradling the tankard to his chest, and just sort of loud, rhythmic snoring is heard throughout the tavern. As Thorendir, you are the last one left standing, with the pile of goods and a sweaty boot on the table.
Thorendir stands up. And never a man for wealth, he goes and returns all the items that all these boys had betted that day. Goes around, pats Pauly's hat above his eyes, down over his nose, over his beak. Sits back down, does the same with his hat, blows out a candle, puts his feet up, and goes to sleep with his boys after tucking them all in and kissing them on the head goodnight.
Oh,
And I think that's where we'll end it this week.
Aww.
As we slowly pan out of the bar. Does Thorendir kind of put his feet up on the table? Is he that kind of slouch, or yep?
Yeah, like stranger in a bar slouch and feet on the table, but
Hat down. Yeah.
Hat down, yeah. He puts Pauly's hat down, and then he goes and does his
And everyone kind of sleeping peacefully, the sleep of the highly inebriated. And despite all kind of resting on the floor, you do get a long rest and you level up.
Woohoo! Yay!
And that is D&D for this week.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do we get for leveling up?
Oh, you get to level up, mate.
Well,
Leveling
I'm a
up is
homebrew,
what you get.
I'm a homebrew, my dude. I need to know.
Should be in the class already.
So pretty much every class at level 4 either gets to choose a feat or gets 2 ability score points. So you could put like 2 points into strength, or one into strength, 1 into constitution, and or get a feat. And so you'll need to go through D&D Beyond. Couldn't be easier. And look at when you manage your levels and go up to the next level on your character sheet. It'll have like a little drop down of what do you want.
Oh, okay.
You'll also need to roll your hit dice and add your hit dice to the
So it's
available
all your-
health.
Is it all your hit dice, or because
You just roll 1 for the next level. So you get your hit
1.
dice plus your con modifier added to your total health.
Yeah.
So
So I'd roll a 1d12 then.
correct. And I'll let you re-roll a 1.
10.
Yeah. So if you go to Winfred and let's go in and have a look.
Yeah.
And so I'm going into edit here. In fact, I'm just going to look at your character sheet first and see. So you've got 29 health. All right. So we go into the little settings cog, edit, manage levels.
There's a settings cog. I
You're
can
a
see
s-
it next to I can see it next to my name, but that doesn't bring up any settings.
It should bring up like a sidebar where you can go manage levels.
All I've got is
Character.
you are reading a read-only character sheet. Why?
Oh,
That would explain it.
yeah. Are you? Yeah, I don't know. This is in D&D Beyond. I'll bump you up to the next level.
Okay.
Where is it? Class level 4. And can you roll a d12 for me?
Rolling d12. That's a d10, Jacob.
Oh, I think it's done it automatically. That's fine. And so you'll get to choose an ability score improvement or a feat. Your options for feat are many. There's things like Athlete, or Charger, or Fey-Touched, Grappler, Great Weapon Master.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read through some of these.
Yeah.
If that's okay. I'll decide
Absolutely.
next game.
Yeah. So if you select one, it'll give you like a little description of it. So,
Okay. Is
for
it under
instance,
Barbarian or is it under something else in D&D Beyond?
in D&D Beyond, you should be able to go into your class.
Browse feats. There we go.
Yeah, browse feeds should be in there if you've got access to all the ones I can see. Or we can maybe catch up during the week and see if we
Sure.
can give you access to this character.
Okay.
Yeah, things like Athlete are things like you get +1 in strength or dex, and also you can stand up only using 5 feet of movement, so you can kind of like kip up. Climbing doesn't cost extra movement. You can make running jumps, things like that. There's other things that like defensive duelist, which when
Okay,
you
well,
have
how
a
about
finesse,
we just catch up later in the week and we can discuss it.
yeah, for sure.
I think that'd be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, cool. We'll set that up then.
How do I? So for my feat, I've taken Eldritch Adept, which lets me learn one Eldritch Invocation option of my choice from the Warlock class. If the invocation has a prerequisite, you can choose only that invocation. You choose that invocation only if you're a Warlock, and meet the prerequisites. I can change it whenever I level after this point. How do I add that cantrip, like that invocation, to myself? Drop down to pick one.
Yeah. You learn one Eldritch Invocation of your choice from what class?
Ooh.
Excellent question. Dylan, I will need to go in and have a look. It might be under like a different area. So it should be under there.
Yeah, I thought it'd just be under actions or features, but I just can't do it. Does that mean I just add something to myself and I can use it?
Potentially, I might be able to add something to it. If you tell me the Eldritch Invocation, I'll see if I can add it to your character sheet as a thing.
Yeah.
Just a quick thing. Are we able to add guns into this world?
Flintlock?
Yeah, we can talk about that. Actually, Ymir, you won't be able to take Eldritch Adept. I think it's not giving you any options because the prerequisite is spellcasting or pact magic, which you don't have either of those things. As for guns, yes, there are rules around firearms, and if that's a thing you want to go down,
I do, because I would love to be able to have Talon the rapier and then also shoot them with a pistol in the other hand, instead of using my dagger.
Yeah.
I just saw the gunner feat looks really cool. Increases my dexterity score by 1 to a maximum of 20, but then you gain proficiency with firearms. You ignore the loading property of firearms. So I essentially just you know what I mean? I don't just spend, time doing it. I literally just go, boop, done.
Yeah, so usually the loading and stuff is part of the attack action, but you can only, if it has the loaded property, you can only do it once per round. So later on when you have 2 attacks, you'd still only be able to shoot once, if that makes sense. Because you'd have to load, shoot, and then maybe attack with the sword. But ignoring the loading feat means you could fire twice in a round if you have 2 opportunities to do so. Or I think
that could also mean that I can attack with a sword and shoot though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. There are also some rules around your gun can misfire. So guns can be quite powerful. But if you roll a 1, so you fire it, but you also roll a misfire chance. And if you roll below a certain threshold, your gun jams until you can repair it. And it costs to repair. So it's this sort of risk reward. But we can definitely go down that just because I love the idea of a pirate with a rapier and a gun.
Because what I really want to do is legitimately I know it'll cost me a lot of money, but as time goes on, I want to just have fucking 10 guns strapped to a bandolier belt, and I don't you know what I mean? And then just if one jams or something happens to it, I fucking just throw it on the ground to pick it up later.
Yeah, we can work with that for sure.
I mean, I wouldn't want to buy 10 guns straight away because I feel like they'll be incredibly expensive, right?
I think guns are rare in this world as well. So you'd need to find the kind of you've probably seen them. We could definitely say that you've seen them in action, but they'd be a rare thing out on even on the high seas. But you've seen them in you've probably seen them in action and have maybe even handled them on the giant ship, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm curious about too. Because I mean, like I'm wondering now whether I go for a different feat and then I start to focus on the gunner feat. When's our next feat? Do you know what level it
You
is?
get them every. I think the next one's level 8.
8? Yeah, so I think it's every 4 levels.
Right. Oh, okay, right. Oh, it's a pretty good feat if I do go for the gun thing though.
Yeah, I mean, we can always talk about if you want to take a different feat for now or a different ability score for now, and then we can always have that conversation later. If you get enough downtime, I would say that you can kind of train yourself out of one thing and into another, especially like on a level up or something.
Yeah, because it'll be useless until then. You know what I mean?
Well, you can still use if you found a gun, you could still probably use it. It's just you'd be at a sort of
The
disadvantage.
loading thing. Yeah.
Would cut you up a bit. So
Right.
and make sure you roll for your health because you of all people certainly need it.
I do. I am squishy. I'll do that in a second. Yeah, I'm looking at the Charger one as well because the Charger one's really good. If I was to fly like this is me thinking of the swooping, magpie swooping shit. If I move 10 feet, which I do a lot, I get +5 on my attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. So I might go for that. So yeah, I might do that. That's gigantic.
On my managed hit points, it goes hit point bonuses +8 from Constitution. Does that mean I'm +8 to my hit die?
No, because it's counting your con modifier 4 times.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, so I did mine down here, the 1d8 +2. And I'm like, hold, why does it say +8 now? That's why I was confused.
Yeah, so you'd actually just take the 6 because it's already factored in the +2 for you.
It rolled 6 and +2, so it was 8.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes, guys. Just go to the bathroom.
Sure, that's right.
Because I rolled a 6 and then it would have been +2, so it's 8. That makes sense.
Yeah, but like D&D Beyond's already factoring in the +2.
Yeah.
Because it's +2 per level, so you just add the 6.
Add the 6, yeah.
Yeah. I just got a question from chat from Smobo ZA. Do you currently or would you in the future run games for other game systems or genres like sci-fi, anything other than 5e? Timmy's been super keen to maybe run like a cyberpunk game. I am not aware of the rules.
I've played Shadowrun before. It's
Shadowrun,
very different to... it's very different to D&D. Yeah.
I'd be open to trying a cyberpunk or a Shadowrun game system. I'd have to take the time to learn it. I have also run the Star Wars FFG, which is really cool, but it's more like a dice pool system rather than a DC system. But I'm a big fan of that because it's like, instead of just getting a +1 or +2 or something, it's like by doing something, you get to add another dice to the pool and it's like a positive dice. And then you minus the bad faces from the good faces, and that kind of gives you kind of tell a story with the dice. It's like reading the bones.
But
yeah,
it is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it is a lot of fun.
I'd be keen on definitely trying other systems. It's just, you got to find the time between the other fucking 4 games that I'm running.
Yeah, pretty much, eh?
But I'm sure there'll be a point in this campaign where we're like, oh, that's a nice like stopping point for now. Do we want to do like a one-shot, have some beers and do a one-shot and something else for like a special, like a Easter episode or something, right? Or maybe do the May the 4th, play the Star Wars game.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'd like that.
Sweet. Are you still here, Thorendir?
I'm still here, yes.
Yeah. Are you eyeing off a particular feat or anything, or are we gonna wait? Are we gonna wait to see?
No, mate. I just add 2 to my charisma, dude.
Yeah, the true min-maxer getting that maximum charisma as early as possible.
Exactly, mate. When you're talking to a party, I got no other choice but to get extra charisma, bruh.
You do have.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, one thing is obviously an option, and this is just like throwing out ideas because I wrote a guide for a bunch of characters. Is taking like an actor or a inspiring leader and just getting +1 to make yourself even, and then also getting like kind of the effects of a feat because adding 2 almost like doesn't help you as much in this instance, but it does
True.
get you closer to the 20. So,
Mm.
but yeah, it, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, that's all good. I'll have a look and see what I'll do over the coming week.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there that could really fit Thorendir, right? Like obviously, like max charisma, like maximize the effectiveness of his spells. Also, like inspiring leader or
Yeah.
things like that
Mm.
are also cool. I mean, there's poisoner in here. It's not really for you, but like a rogue.
I'm looking at some of these gusts of wind. A lot of them are homebrew ones, but I wanted to see if we could make one to make my elemental rolls a little bit more controllable.
Well, I think that will come from just like story and as you master those powers. I think that this is more. Yeah, I think we're definitely the arc for Winfred that I see is that as you'll go out of your way to start learning how to control that, and maybe we need to discuss what we think is fair in that regard. But I'm thinking like, you could roll twice and take the result that you prefer, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I was actually thinking to myself the other day, because the way that the thing works, how we've got it currently, is it's only rolling through 3 of them.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that the reason that we're never getting the storm on is because it's the first one on the roll. So what I was thinking was we could adjust it so it's basically 6, like a D6, but it's the same 3 results.
Yeah, we'll give that a try and see if that changes it. It shouldn't, because it should be able to roll a 1.
Yeah. Look, that's what I thought as well. But like as we've seen, I keep getting fire rolls time and time again.
Yeah, true.
So I'm just gonna fix that up now.
I mean, there is a feat called Elemental Adept where you choose a damage type, an elemental damage type. Spells you cast ignore resistance of that damage type, and also you increase any dice that you would roll goes from a 1 to a 2. But that probably doesn't warrant enough to like for that little bit that you do, right? Like you probably get much more use out of like Great Weapon Master.
Yeah, that's what the other one I was looking at was Great Weapon Master. Just considering now I've got a great weapon, which is sort of my mulligan weapon. Which I am very excited to get to use.
And that one, that one does say
we're going to have to add that into D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'll add that in. I'll put that in my notes.
Okay, just make sure that you call it the Fuckbringer.
Yeah, what was its full name? Storm
Strike.
Stryke, in quotes, the Fuckbringer. And that is a crit +1 giant hammer. Crit on 19 or 20 once per day.
I'm back.
And all crits are lightning damage second dice. Cool. Excellent.
I think I'm going to go with Charger. Charger seems like a really good choice.
Sweet.
Also too, when I use my action to dash, I can use a bonus action to make one weapon melee attack or a shove.
Can you already dash with your bonus action though?
I can, yes.
So I'm not sure if you can dash double dash. So I'm not sure if you can Mario Kart double dash, but
I think you can use it as your action, and then but if you're allowed to dash as your bonus action, you can double. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I know. It depends.
Well, we'll have a bit of a read, but
yeah, it depends how you want to do it as well. Like I know.
Just then, because I mean, like, yeah, that'd mean like if I was flying, I could go 150 feet.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
What does your ability say? Does it say you can use your dash as a bonus action, or you're allowed to use dash as a bonus action?
Let me just look at it now. 1 second.
Yeah.
It's just a basic rogue thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no. What does it say? Because
I'm trying to look for it now. Sorry, I actually don't know where the hell it is. Is it not in here? It's not. That's annoying. One sec. I gotta go to my actual fucking page.
So,
Okay, so according to Jeremy Crawford, the rules arbiter, it means dash equals plus 30 if your speed is 30. So if you dash twice, you get plus 60.
yeah.
So it doesn't double your speed, it adds your speed to your speed.
Adds-
So then
yeah.
dashing a second time adds your speed again, like your base speed again.
Yeah, it would be 30, 30. 30?
So,
Yeah,
that,
so you'd be
would that mean I could then move 30, 30, 30?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, like that's actually look. I mean, for my character, that's really good because I mean, if I can get the hell out of a fight, because obviously of how squishy I am, you know, and then even just the fact that it adds a +5 bonus to the attack damage roll, that's huge.
Yeah.
Shit.
I
That's
don't
huge.
think the only thing is I don't think you'd be able to move the what is it? The +5 is huge. The being able to make a free weapon attack as a bonus action wouldn't help you as much because you're already kind of getting that feature. You can either use your bonus action to dash and then just use your normal attack action, or use your action to dash and then use your bonus action to attack once. Right? Like, so that trade is, I think, about you kind of really don't get an advantage there, but the +5 is huge.
Yeah, and just the fact that I could, the fact that I could, well, you know, essentially triple move, that's very useful.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm sitting. Huh?
You could triple move now, though.
Could I?
You could, yeah, because you already have dash as a bonus action, and everyone gets the dash action as an action.
As an action.
Oh, okay.
So you would just be getting the +5 bonus if you've moved at least 10 feet.
Okay, maybe I'll look into it then.
I'll
look at some other ones maybe that may be better. I just saw it and that, you know,
yeah,
it sounds.
and
really
you were like,
good.
yeah, swoop. Like we should just rename it Swoopy Boy.
Yeah.
There is one. I could have sworn there is one for like a one-handed like weapon, like duelist or something. There's defensive duelist. If you have a finesse weapon and a free hand, you can use your reaction to add proficiency bonus to your armor class, potentially making the attack miss you.
Would dual wielding be better? Because I'm most likely going to be dual wielding no matter what happens.
That's true. So you get a +1 to AC.
Yeah.
You can draw stow weapons just like for really quickly. So you could kind of swap weapons quickly. I mean, there's got to be like a stealthy one too, right? I mean, I was saying like poisoner, but that's probably not for you as a rogue. That's like a
no.
Skulker. You're an expert at slinking through the shadows. When you're hidden and you miss with a ranged attack, it doesn't reveal your position.
Ooh.
Hey Dan, just to interject real quickly, I'm going to go with Great Weapon Master. From what I'm looking at here, I'm not sure if we're looking at the same thing. Extra attack after a melee critical hit, and you can choose to take -5 to attack roll to add 10 damage with a heavy weapon.
Yep.
Is that the one you had?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll take that one. I've got to head off.
Cool.
But thanks for tonight, and I'll see you next Monday.
100%.
Okay. Bye, friends.
Enjoy, mate.
See ya.
God bless.
Yeah. We'll wrap it up here as well. We'll be back next Monday. I may be slightly hungover next Monday. We'll see how we go. Probably in a better state than
I was.
Than Pauly, regardless, just because you know. But yeah, lads, thank you very much for joining us on D&D night.
Quick, how does resistance work? How are we doing resistance?
Half damage.
Half damage. Okay.
I'm gonna have to look into mine a bit more. I think because I might just go charger because that +5 is awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, I swoop anyway. You know what I mean? Like if I'm fighting with my melee, I'm getting in and out every time.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to go 10 feet. So that +5 is fucking huge.
Yeah. So yeah, it just makes it like you're just a lot more likely to hit.
Yeah.
For sure. piercer. Piercer is also one you might want to look at, Timmy. You have achieved a penetrating precision in combat, granting you the following benefits: +1 dex or strength, and once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, you can re-roll one of the attack's damage dice to use the new, and you must use the new roll. So if you roll like a 1 on your dice, you can kind of re-roll it.
Right.
When you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can roll 1 additional damage dice when determining the extra piercing damage that target takes. So
essentially, I could essentially use my sneak attack on my first one, and then I use another die on the second weapon I'm using.
so like a D8, you do if you scored a critical hit, instead of rolling 2d8, 2d6, you'd roll 3d8, 2d6.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So I mean that's the thing, right? So like the charger helps you hit more often, but that one means you do more damage if you crit. So it's like your spikes are bigger, but the charger gives you more consistency because you're hitting more often. So a couple of things to think about, right? I'll leave you to think about it during the week. This is just like, choosing your covenant, choosing your skill tree. You're like...
Yeah. How do we roll die? Sorry, I apologize. How do we roll die hit points again?
So for you, what is your hit dice?
Hit dice 48.
Yeah, so roll a 1d8.
Let's do that. Yeah. I got a 1.
I said before I'd let you re-roll a 1, but you got to take it.
Re-roll that, man.
Yeah, but if you get a 1 again, you got to take it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So then I put in.
I've never gotten lucky on that. That's why I'm at 17 health. Now 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, so add that 6. Perfect. All right. Well, at least there's something there.
Maybe you want to look at maybe you do want to look at defensive duelist or something that's just going to mean you can't be hit. Because oh boy.
Yeah, I'm just having no luck, am I?
That's all right. You got a bard and a druid who can heal you, get you back in the fight.
And the thing is too, I mean, because I can get out of the fray, it essentially, as long as I do that, I should be okay.
Yeah.
I ain't healing you, man. That takes away from my spells, bro. You gotta
Your
be
dissonant
taking
whispers.
them healing potions. You gotta be taking healing potions, bro.
I need to anyway.
No, I would actually, but when we started this, we had paladins and other bards, so I really didn't go in that direction.
It would be good if Kate joined as a cleric.
We will have too many people.
Yeah, I've sort of drawn the line at 6 people, including me, just because it's hard to give everyone enough spotlight if there's too many people, and
That's true.
I dropped 1 exhaustion level.
Darksteel Spork. There's always the tough feat.
Yeah, so tough I think increases your health by a certain amount for every level you already have and every future level you're going to get. So that is an option if you're feeling like really, really soft and squishy. But obviously, it comes at the price of, not doing all the cool shit you want to do, like Swoopy Boys.
I think I'm going to just be Swoopy Boy. Swoopy Boy sounds really good to me.
Mm-hmm. And the vote final was something blue one, so that'll be interesting. I'm going to put that in my notes as well. Poll results.
I'm excited. It's a brig. It's going to be a big ship.
A brigandine.
So not quite a galleon. But,
but you don't want a galley. Galleys are slow. Brigs are still fast.
And it's a bit like you have too many people with you to make a sloopy boy really worthwhile, I think.
So. A schooner's good, but I mean a brig will suit us right, I reckon. 3 master enough for me.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll work on that, and we'll see. I assume, just so I can plan in the right direction, I assume that the plan is to go back down there, and
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I understand it was very like, I just, I could see it going wrong, and everyone's fucking low on health, and someone would die.
Like full health, dude. I used my hit die the rest.
Who thing?
No, and so did I. But like, both Winfred and Ymir were almost dead.
Oh yeah, I get it. A bunch of
I had
boosters.
half health. I wanted to go. I was ready to fucking go.
do you know what this means as well? Next week,
Mhm.
turn back on
Mhm.
the group challenge for the Wandering Monster. Sure, you'll be able to handle it.
Ooh. I reckon we can. It'll be fun.
So save up your loyalty points, everyone. Give the DM inspirations, and give and then save the rest up for Wandering Monster next week. I think we need to cull some player characters from this group.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Yeah. I'm going to mute Discord and say goodnight to my stream, and I will chat
Right.
to you lads during the week.
Thank you, damn daddy.
Mwah. Good night, boys. I love you. Mwah.
Good night, y'all.
Mwah. And good night to you out there in Twitchland as well. Darksteel Spork, Smo Boza, Maddie. I know you're in there as well. Kate, I think was sitting lurking. Thank you all for joining us for this night's Tatts and Tarasques. We're going to be back next week, Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. We get started around about 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern. And we try and do that weekly, of course. Follow the channel if that's something you're interested in. You want to see how this journey, they've just finished the Lost Mines of Phandelver. They've got a lead on a pirate ship in some underdark caves in sort of the undersea. How are they going to get that boat? How are they going to get it to the surface? All questions that may or may not be answered next week. And of course, if you're in the channel and you're accruing those Twitch loyalty points for free, you can cash them in to give the players boosts. You can cash them in to give me, the DM, some boosts. And next week we might turn on a group challenge where people can cash in their points to trigger a wandering monster to try and make the party's life a living hell. Maybe something fishy, seeing as they're going up against fish people. Apart from that, I've been your DM daddy, and please say goodnight to your dad for me. I'll catch you next time, and have a lovely night. Bye-bye.